Success is a word that GPD Chief Stephen Ignacio would use to describe the year, referring to beefing up of manpower and the solving of cases. But he realizes that the COVID pandemic has thrown a wrench into some of GPD's plans.
A lot of the things that we'd like to do as far as, getting engaged with the community, we've had to put those things on hold, and it's really, we really miss that opportunity to get out and work with our neighborhood watch groups, our mayors, and, just the community in general, and having that face-to-face, conversation with them about things that affect them and how we can better serve them.
An eventful year indeed, Ignacio focused on 5 moments that stood out to him. The first being COVID response. GPD officers were assigned to quarantine and isolation facilities. With the two now fused together, it allowed for some of the officers to go back to regular operations. The second is a continued police officer training and hiring.
The next one, is the solving of 2 very key homicide cases. Since Mr. Michael Castro was reported missing, the case never went cold. It was actively being investigated, and we followed up on all the leads that we had. I met with the Messier family, and they were asking about the disappearance of their family member, Mr. Adam Messier. We worked on that case as well, and during that same week that we solved the Michael Castro case, on the same day, actually, we solved the Adam Messier case. And on the same week, we were able to recover remains for Mr. Castro and Mr. Messier. And I think that's unprecedented, even in my 32-year career in the Guam Police Department, to solve 2 cases within days of each other. And, in these cases, where the bodies were buried or hidden.
Next on the list, the procurement of new patrol vehicles and a marine boat, which will help GPD tremendously. Lastly, the cracking down on drug cases.
Let's not be mistaken, there is a drug problem in Guam, and I've always said this, the drug problem is not specific only to the Guam Police Department. We as a community need to work together to solve some of our drug issue. It starts from the home and making sure that we provide an environment where, our children don't resort to using drugs.
Like with everyone else, he hopes to get out of the COVID pandemic in 2022.
I'd like to wish everybody a safe and happy and prosperous New Year from your men and women of the Guam Police Department.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jonagan Charfris.